just want to talk. Well, what's there to talk about?
At the end of your message, press 1.
Hey, yeah, so I was wondering how was that ska concert you went to yesterday? Because I wanted to be there, but, I had work, and then, I had that thing, but call me. I want to give me your ska CDs.
Welcome back to the Voicemail Podcast. I'm your host, BigUglyBoy, a.k.a. Curtis, and with me today is Foozelz, a.k.a. Andrew. How's it going,
It's
buddy?
me, guys.
I'm back.
I'm back. After a long hiatus.
So
We're finally back.
Indeed, and to celebrate that, I was thinking on the ride over, we always end up having, a pit stop every time we're starting a podcast. We never know what to talk about. You may have a few ideas, in your mind, but the second you turn on the mic, they're gone.
They go away. It's not camera shy, it's mic shy, I guess, then.
I guess.
I have all these great ideas. Okay, let's start it. And they're gone. Oh, that paper I read, all those notes, gone.
Do you know what that situation reminds me of?
What?
First date. And you know what? I thought to myself, what better theme to make this episode than first date? Hey, babe, do you come here often? Shit, we run a podcast together. We do. Okay. Can we split the bill? Excuse me?
Check, please.
Ever had a bad first date?
Have I ever had a
Did you
date?
take a girl to Papa John's and then went
to Papa John's?
Papa
what kind of
John's.
date is that?
And then this pizza's pretty good, and she's getting kind of what the fuck is this date? And then you're just like, my compliments to the chef. And then some greasy teen in the back just winks at you. It was me that I did that. I tipped my fedora and I ran out. No, that was I think that was a 4chan or a Reddit thread I saw.
Who has a date at a pizza, a big pizza joint?
Big pizza.
I would think maybe a big pizza, a local pizza joint. I would understand, but hey babe, want to go to the Subway inside Walmart? We can have a nice date there.
I came up with something recently, and I was telling somebody about it. Our buddy recently had a first date with a girl and I guess it's been going pretty well. But I told him, just jokingly, that he has to go through what do I call it? The confidence gauntlet.
Confidence gauntlet?
I made it up. I love it. It's the best idea. You gotta hype up a date with somebody, man or woman, and just be your best. And then the day of the date, don't shower. You can't touch your hair. You have to go there in the clothes you went to bed in. You can't iron. You can't change anything. From the moment you wake up, you're that. And you can't brush your teeth. You can't, nothing you do can be changed. And then you have to take her to, something, use coupons, and, just try to make any pressure in your body you're releasing. So if you got to fart, you're just letting it out. And just, it would just be, any milestone that could, make you nervous during a date or possibly give you a little setback, you're just going through it. And it's a make-or-break situation for the chaddest of chads. And you know what? If you can have a successful first date by doing that, you are a man. You are a Copenhagen skull-chewing man. Get yourself a Ford F-150 because you deserve it. You should change your name to U.S. Marine. That should be your new name.
You change your name to John Marine. John Space Marine.
I was referencing Sam Hyde, but that too, John Space Marine.
Oh.
Just manly nouns. What was I saying? But he obviously said no. But and I would never do it either. I don't have the confidence. I am not a manly enough man to just be confident enough to only have my confidence be what travels me forward. But you know what? If anybody out there can just ruin a date that bad, you know what? More power to you.
That date. Did he actually do that?
No, he didn't.
Okay.
I told it. He said no.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to. I tried asking him to do it, but he was just like, "No, I like her."
So bad.
You like you can't shave for like the week prior. Like just I have to make a list of like definite things you can and cannot do.
It looks like you just roll out of bed and you shut up to the day. You're like, hey, what's up? Yeah, just falling asleep.
Like before you knock on her door, you have to pound like 3 beers, and you can't get an Uber. So he's just just like fuck.
Your car's all scraped up. Yeah, I got it coming here. I think I hit your mom's car or something. I don't know.
You have to wear like a size smaller of clothes, so like your belly's popping out, and like you're walking all funny because
it's riding up on you. You're like crab walking.
Yeah, well, like you can't really rearrange the furniture in a size smaller pants. So like.
At first, I thought you were talking about furniture, but now I know you're talking about a penis. That is the greatest thing. I'm gonna use that from now on. If someone's like, "Hey, it's looking weird," I'm like, "Yeah, sorry, I can't rearrange the furniture." That's so good.
Oh God,
where did you hear that?
I forgot. Oh, it was when I used to back in like high school when I went for 2 weeks hiking in the mountains. There's there's a phrase. Oh, we went climbing, and there's like one of the straps were like the harnesses were too tight, and one guy was just like, I gotta rearrange the furniture, and he's like just kind of like messing around with his pants because like the straps are really tight, and it would kind of like it would just tighten up your pants and really like cup you. So he's just like, I gotta whoa. I once went on a date where the person I was on a date with brought up the fact that they had Crohn's disease, which is fine with me. Like, that's totally okay.
Yeah.
But they're just like, but on a first date, you shouldn't be like, oh, this is going to make me shit in the morning. And like we're eating Chipotle, and she's like, oh, this is going to ruin me. And I'm like, excuse me? Like, in my opinion, on a first date, you're trying to be the best person you're trying to be.
Yeah.
You're the best dressed, you're the most hygienic. Anything from here is downhill.
Yeah.
If that's your best you're giving me, like I'm fearing for the future, my friend. That being said, I went from that moment on with an open mind, but she was not winning the confidence gauntlet. I'm telling you that.
Maybe she was doing the confidence gauntlet.
Oh my God, she's a Chad. Talking about that, let's go. I've been talking a lot about Chads, and it's been a meme on a what are they called?
4chan, Reddit.
Yeah, we have boards.
Yeah.
All around message boards. Chads are supposed to be like the epitome of like an alpha male, and the spectrum on the other side
is the virgin,
the beta males.
What is it?
And I love it because it's just very exaggerated. The virgin's like slouched and skinny, and he's just like looking at the ground all sad. He's wearing all gray, while the Chad's wearing like skin tight, like muscle bound man with a giant spiky hair. And like he's just flexing and stuff, and like it's just kind of a meme all around. And whenever I'm at like a party with a few buddies of mine, JD for one,
yeah,
me and JD's buddy and JD will go around and we'll pretend like we don't know each other at the like parties, and we'll be like, Chad, right? What's your name? Oh, I'm Chad, bro. And we'll like shake hands, and like we'll just go in for the hardest of handshakes ever, and we'll be like, firm handshake, the mark of a Chad. And we'll just like that, like at least for 2 parties in a row, that was like the running gag. We're just running around going like ugh, like grunting and posing, like just doing like the awkward Chad like muscle bound poses and like spiking up our hair, and then it would change. Like we'd flip it on one of the 3 of us and be like, "Oh, look at that virgin over there," and he'd like scuttle around, like doing like like slouch over, and be like, "Oh man," and we'd be like, "Out of the way, virgin! I played football in high school." Long story short, I love the Chad virgin meme. It's a good one. It's pretty wholesome.
Someone did that with I just want to say my roommate's gonna be coming in the door probably about 10 minutes. So
we're gonna make this we're not gonna edit this out. We're gonna make this a part of the podcast. When he comes, let's just be like, hey, just like start clapping, and we'll just congratulate him on something.
I'm down for that.
Okay, let's go. So that's
he's
coming.
used to that with me.
Okay.
So the funniest part is he would be explaining like these really complicated computer terms, questions, like
algorithms,
all this stuff, and every single time I'd be making like a fart noise or just being an ass, and that's the thing now. Anytime he talks something like over the top smart, I just ruin it completely as he's explaining it to me. It's wild. What are you looking for?
What?
You're looking around.
Oh, I was looking for my zippy water. It's all good though.
You brought your zippy water?
I think I did.
How dare you? Shall we talk about what we did over the hiatus?
I don't know what you did. I mostly just applied for a job and I got the job, and now I'm a work boy.
Yeah, you're a big old work boy. I on the other hand, have just been running the same schedule, being a bum. And then I moved out, and now I'm a bum.
Out of the house.
Out of the house.
You applied to Pornhub.
No, that was my roommate.
Oh.
Yeah. That was hilarious.
Well, tell us a little bit about that.
What was it? I think he applied for it as a joke, but the email started with, "To whoever reads this," and then just put his resume in, and they sent it off. He never got a response.
I'm surprised. Pornhub as a company is ingenious. They don't take themselves seriously, which is the best thing ever, because no other porn site does that.
The one thing I do like about Pornhub is they've been doing a lot of what's the word? Stuff to destigmatize porn. They what was it? They were doing like one that's during the snowstorms. They had plows out with like Pornhub plastered on the side.
Pornhub plow on the streets.
Yeah, that's what it was. There were articles like that. It was grand, but yeah, they're doing a whole bunch of like
stay inside. Pornhub's plowing the streets, please.
They're doing, I guess, community service and stuff like that. They're pretty much dumping a lot of money to look good, I guess. But
good.
If you read into it, they do a lot of.
I don't think they've ever been a bad site.
They've never been a bad site. It's just like flashbacks of like the most disgusting porn.
Well, like as a company, they're not trying to be bad.
As a company,
their uploaders can be wretched.
But they're uploaders. They're a dime a dozen.
Porn, I think, is a really funny subject. I posted about this on Twitter. There's people on Discord that I'll see that like are obsessed with like hentai, but the second they see like furry porn, they're like, "That's against God." Yeah, like I think that, like, come on, man, that's in the same vein. I'm not a fan of either, but like that's in the same fucking vein, in my opinion. Like,
give me a second. I want to see what just flashed outside.
Oh yeah, there's a snowstorm going on for anybody who is wondering.
What was that?
It's the Iron Giant.
It honestly might have been, what is it, the phenomenon, winter lightning?
Snow lightning?
Snow lightning, because there was a very bright light that flashed, and I don't know if it was something blowing up, maybe a light.
Lightning's fucking weird. Like, I work with electricity and stuff, and like, it's not really, like, it's very interesting, like, the way electricity works, and it's all, like, you can kind of prevent yourself from being shocked, but if you're shocked, it's kind of a toss-up if, like, what's gonna happen to you and how it will happen to you and what necessarily will come of it. Because, like, I can be shocked with what goes through one of those poles out there, and I can walk away with nothing, or I'll evaporate. like I could either burst into flames, or I could walk away and be like, "Ow, that hurt," because some minor detail, like, might, like, fucking, I was, like, not wet enough, or, like I wasn't grounded properly, or, like, you know, the whole nine.
Electricity scares me.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it was snow lightning. Yep.
You saw it?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I've confirmed it now. That is.
I've never actually seen snow lightning.
Do you want to switch seats?
I'm good.
Okay, it's pretty much just lightning, but it's snowing outside.
I almost got hit by lightning once. We talked about it back on our original podcast that we deleted.
Well, let's talk about it again.
So I went hiking in the mountains back when I was about 15 or 14. No, I was more 14, 13. And, Hey! Yay! How's it going? Yeah! did it! You did it!
That was a cookie.
You ruined it! You fucking threw your cookie?
Yeah, that's a cookie.
Did you see the lightning outside?
Yeah, I did. That was crazy.
Yeah, no.
Well, the winter storm warning tonight, so.
Yeah, it's snow lightning's pretty rare. It's quite the phenomenon. Is your cookie
The
alright?
cookie's broken!
Yeah,
Just kidding.
It sounds...
It's a rock.
So around when I was like 14 or 13, I went out to Philmont Boy Scout Reservation, and I was the troop leader. And the thing about that in Philmont is the boys are actually the leader. Like, the adults don't do jack. They're more there for legal reasons. I was at, it was the first time I've ever been I was actually had control over everybody. If I told you what to do, they did it, which was crazy.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. I liked it a lot. But we're doing that. It's like they gave us the safety briefing the first day about bears and lightning, since we're going up and down mountains and around mountains. They essentially told us there's a storm around 2:00 every day. Just be off the mountain. But if you get stuck, you have to go to a campsite. So obviously there's the potential you can get stuck on the side of a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be on the top, but who knows? You might just get stuck there around when it just blows in. I think it's I may get the times wrong. It's been 6-7 years since I've remembered this, but I think it's if you see lightning and you hear thunder 30 seconds apart, you're in danger. Days go by, we're just hiking and stuff, no biggie. And just days are going by, people are getting more irritable, obviously, because you're traveling, you're ingesting a crazy amount of carbs, but your body's just not getting enough. Everyone's getting tired, eat more easily, everyone's just more irritable, and the adults start squabbling. The two adults that we're with just start pit. They're brothers, so they're pissed at each other. They're just it's could you imagine being with a sibling up in the mountains, just having to deal with knowing them and them being lazy and stuff, and you're the back and forth.
Yeah.
It's that, but crank it even more because it's altitude and the whole nine. So they're pissed at each other and just arguing. They're borderline yelling at each other while we're hiking. It's getting late. I'm realizing the clouds are rolling in. I assign the kid in the back, a buddy of mine. I'm you're Thunderwatch. You tell me when we're in danger. We got to get to the next campsite. And they're arguing and stuff, and just a bunch of stuff's going on. And I have to get in the middle of this argument between two adults. I am screaming at them, and they're screaming at me, and it's I'm a 14-year-old. I'm going head to head with adults here. It was pretty wacky. But I'm not saying it was I was in any danger or anything, but it was more or less just intimidating as a kid, having to tell adults what to do.
Yeah.
When they're thinking that they have to take over the situation. And while we're arguing, I hear my buddy in the background, and I'm not really listening to him. I'm more we need to get where we need to be going in the whole nine. My whole focus is to get to the campsite in the timely fashion. And the kid in the back screams at all three of us loud enough that everybody just stops. And he goes, 7 seconds. And everyone just drops pack, and we're we are fucked. This is the closest I've been to a death situation. I've the second everyone heard 7 seconds, all of our stomachs turned, and it was immediate adrenaline rush, because everyone knows how dangerous it is. And so we all dropped pack, we all went into the forest, not we got out of the clearing, and we're all in the, it's called a thunder position. So we're all spread out, we're all trying to get away from the clear space, essentially. So we're less likely to be the easiest path to ground. And we're in this thunder position where you're squatting as low as you can be, and you have your knee to your elbows. Your knees are apart, and your knees are connected to your elbows, and then your fingers are crossed. So if the lightning shot near you and would go up your leg, it would cross through your fingertips, pop all your fingertips, and go down your other leg instead of through your heart. It was fucking scary.
Pop your fingertips?
Yeah, because fucking put a bunch of volts going...
Yeah, but just imagining that's...
It's better than you
better than dying.
But continuing. I'd rather blow out a fingertip than a knee. But that's, you know, you could walk off a mountain with fingertips missing. But continuing, at least that's what they told me. So that goes by, and like we're waiting for like 20 minutes as like this thunderstorm's going overhead, and I'm just hearing just lightning hitting, or thunder and lightning hitting just everywhere around us. And it was like, it was close. It was fucking crazy. Like, loudest sounds I fucking ever heard, just bright as all hell, and I'm seeing it. Like, and after it moderately passes, enough for us to be like, okay, let's get out of here. We get all of our packs, and we essentially go around one mountain and onto the next one.
Mm-hmm.
And like, somehow we got into the other clearing, and we're looking back at the place that we were at.
Yeah.
And it was just on fire because one of the trees caught fire. There's like a little fire going on.
Boy.
Yeah, like it wasn't a big fire, but it was big enough that it was like we could just see the smoke.
Lightning is
But yeah,
scary.
I almost got hit by lightning. It was wacky. Like, I didn't almost get hit, but I was there. Like I was for sure rolling the dice.
Yeah. God. I don't think I've ever been close to that. I think the only time I was on what was it? It was some shitty getaway. It was pretty much. It was like 2 seconds. It was like flash and then lightning or flash and then thunder right after. It was the loudest lightning I've ever heard. It shook the place. It was frightening. It scared the shit out of me.
That's exactly how it felt, but like I was shaking the ground under me, and I was like, "Fuck."
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yay!
He did it!
Is he going for round 2?
Yay!
Yay!
I'm watching you. I ate the cookie. Yeah.
I was trying to hold it. I
Oh.
wanted it later.
Oh.
That's why I'm taking $2,000 from you.
My dong.
You get it back when you earned it.
Okay, Google. What is 5,000 dong in US dollars?
5,000 Vietnamese dongs is approximately 22 United States cents.
I see your face. You're like, he's gonna say dollars, and then it's essentially like, your face was so great. But yeah, it's not a lot.
Me and my dad were talking about going to Vietnam for prostitutes and stuff. It was a very interesting conversation.
I think you earned your 8 cents back.
Oh, thanks.
I was talking about Soapland to my dad, which is a place in like, I think Joji Miller was talking about it with Little Yachty. He was like, you should go to Soapland in Tokyo.
Soapland.
It's like girls in like schoolgirl outfits that bathe you, and they're covered in soap too, and then they fuck you. It's I would never go there, but I brought it up to my dad. I'm like, yeah, it's like strip clubs are stupid. Go to Tokyo.
Soapland.
And my dad's just like, oh, why not just go to Vietnam and pay $1? And then I made the joke of like, well, you're rolling the dice there, man. And he's like, my dad's just like, you're rolling the dice everywhere if you're gonna pay someone to fuck you. Which he's not wrong. He's not wrong at all.
No, not at all.
My dad had like a stupid long conversation about prostitutes because we knew somebody that went to Germany and like I guess was hanging out in the red light district, and we're just like, that's a horrible idea. My grandma bought a she was in she was in the red light district of like some country, Amsterdam. Mm-hmm. She was like, I found this great cheap hotel.
Oh no.
And she gets there and she's like, oh no, I'm in the red light district. A lot of my coworkers they're convinced I take acid like almost on the regular.
That's what my people said about me back in like early high school, late middle school. They're like, dude, are you on drugs or something? You're fucking wacky. I'm like, no. I had like 7 shirts on once and like 3 pants.
I made shoes out of duct tape.
God.
and I made them, and I walked to school, and it rained, and I walked home, and they fell apart.
Is that the evolution of duct tape wallets when that was a fad?
Yeah, it was during that, and someone's like, Curt can make anything, because I'm a handy guy, and I loved being handy back in middle school. Like, some kid's glasses broke, I'm like, I'll take them, and like he like brought them home, and I like fixed them, I brought it back to him. I just loved fixing things. And
But you can't fix your parents, man.
That's a real joke. That's not funny.
God, I love doing that on the internet. Just on voice chats. I'll cut that out.
What?
I'll cut that out.
No, this is good.
Okay, then I'll cut that out.
No, that's good.
No, I'll cut it when I said I'll cut that out.
I hope you know, like, that last one. I'll cut that.
All right, continuing.
What were we talking about?
I don't know. I lost it after I made that joke.
Oh yeah, my coworker, like, you've seen, like, I make weird art all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I make just the weirdest stuff, and people always ask me like how I come up with it, and it's more or less just like I'll like a song, and like I'll have a little TV in my head that just kind of plays weird shit. Like I don't know how to put it. Like, my imagination's just always going, you know.
Yeah.
I just kind of play, like, I just fucking, like, I just do whatever comes to mind whenever.
You put it on your Instagram stories.
Yeah. My family follows my Instagram, so they see all the weird stuff I post, and it makes me really nervous. Because I'm really worried that, like, they think something's wrong. Because I recently I found a bunch of, like, transparent GIFs, and I realized you could use that on Snapchat.
Mm-hmm.
So I was taking a bath. I'm like, hey man, this is a great idea. I like put my head under the water. I started blowing bubbles and like just started like letting all the air out of my lungs, and just made it look really weird. And then I put transparent GIFs of politicians over my face to really weird music, and I had people like DMing me going like, the fuck is this?
Are you doing all right?
Are you yeah, okay? like genuinely, I got like, are you okay? Like, what is this? Why is MS Paint like McCain over like you in the bathtub?
I need to get into Instagram stories. I don't think I've ever made one. I'm too scared.
Why?
Because I don't know what is me yet for Instagram. Is it cool pictures? Is it funny memes? Is it
why can't it be both?
Deprecating jokes? Is it inspirational quotes?
Both, just all at once. I hate myself. Go live life.
I hate myself. Go live life. Have fun. Try not to kill yourself. But baby, let me tell you, there's lots of way to live. It's like your emotions go like one side to the other really fast. You're like, oh man, I feel so sad. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, now I'm sad. But I feel inspired to be sad. And then you fall apart. And then you lose your way. That's my life.
I used to do live streams of me eating breakfast.
That's right.
Early in the
Why'd you
morning.
Stop?
Because I just don't eat breakfast that often on weekends.
Because I don't eat anymore. I gave up. That was one of my things for New Year's resolutions. I just stopped eating.
Like, well, like I pick and choose. Sometimes I'm not looking good enough to like live stream. Like I'm just like, someone's gonna screen cap this and make me look like a goob. I'm not doing. I'm like, my torpedo titties are poking out of my shirt a little bit too much this morning. Like I can't, or like I'm eating something that will like that's just kind of naturally like it doesn't look good on camera. Like I'll just look like a pit. Yeah, like I want it to be like something like cereal where I could like slowly eat it and just be very nonchalant and like I never pay attention to the chat ever. Mm-hmm. I always ignore that.
That's right. Yeah, you do that. You ignore the chat completely.
I while I'm live streaming, I'll ignore the chat and ignore that there's even a camera, and I'll just eat. Like there's one live stream I had like 3 pieces of peanut butter toast. And I'm just slowly eating it, and my dog's just bothering me, and I'm like pushing my dog away and eating the toast, and like just the chat's just like, what? Why?
No, what are you doing?
And then I'll just exit out and I don't even read the comments.
Yeah, that is one way to do a live stream.
And like I'll like delete it so no one even knew I had it who wasn't there, and they'll be like, what was that live stream? What live stream?
What? What are you talking about? I don't do live streams. My phone goes a little funky at sometimes when I'm eating, but I don't do live streams.
I wouldn't even say that. I'll just be like, what live streams?
I want to do more live streams.
I gotta come up with more weird stuff to do.
We can do the shot collar stream. We just gotta figure out how to execute it.
Why? What's wrong with the shot collars? And
I mean, it's great, but we gotta figure out how to position the camera, what games to play, the rules and stuff. Because with the one we did before was grand, but that was pretty much improv on the spot.
Yeah.
We could.
I got more shot collars now. I have like 4.
There's ways to improve it, and I want to do that because
I want to do a
shot collars
paintball
are
live
fun.
stream.
What?
I want to do a paintball. I have 4 paintball guns.
We can do that, but we gotta find a big enough space and a big tarp so the paint doesn't, splatter to the walls.
Yeah. I know places to film. I just don't know places with good bandwidth to film. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. We have to find a place that has high-speed internet.
Like there are many places I know where to film, but like none of them have good bandwidth. We'll just get a giant Ethernet cable and just
from my place to there.
Yeah.
Hey, Amazon, do you have a 10-mile long Ethernet cable? No? Okay, just give me like 50.
We'll just get extenders.
Just get extenders. It's just
I wonder if how possible that would be. Probably not.
I believe
because I know there's like there would be voltage
certain
drops. And
Yeah,
stuff
a
like
certain
that.
distance it starts like deteriorating because it has to travel. It doesn't just automatically just go from point A to point B. There's it travels. Just get a big Wi-Fi router. Get a satellite dish and it shoots it out. If you can go to space, why can't it go a couple miles down the street?
Dude, Wi-Fi's magic. Just
My Wi-Fi is magic.
dude, my Wi-Fi's been really bad, both on my phone and at my house. Like,
Yeah, your house is garbage Wi-Fi.
I know. We're
I
getting.
think your parents use dial-up.
We do. It's really bad. We don't use dial-up. We use
The thing above it, broadband.
It's really bad because we're actually at the end of like the line, like legit at the end of the line. So like my dad's just like holding on to. He's like waiting. He's like, I can't wait for Google to get here.
I don't think Google's ever gonna come to us.
No, it's not. That's why my dad's just like, I have hope though.
We're not a big enough place for Google to be like, oh, let's just drop it in there. I think they're currently paused from installing to new places. I think something's happening with them. I think some of the other internet companies are
Stalling
them big time. But yeah, Google probably the best, cheapest internet speed.
I'd pay for it if like
Yeah, I think it's like $50 a month
I'd do that
for like the super good thing. I don't know. It's inexpensive, I believe, and it's super fast. Super fast.
I'm trying to think of what I've been up to when it comes to like just all in all that we could talk about. I faced my fears. I'm no longer afraid of heights.
Oh man, I wish I wasn't afraid of heights.
Well, I was afraid of heights until about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you told me. I think you told me bits and pieces of the story.
On
the ladder.
I work on. So at my work, the man lift broke. So I have to they essentially gave me they're like, oh, we have to use the ladder. And I'm like, okay, I've worked off a 6 foot for a few months now, no biggie. They give me a 14 to 16 foot ladder. And I'm working off the rung before it gets dangerous. I was pissing myself when I was using it. I
bet.
I hate heights. I do not like heights. But you know what? I'll just run up it. It's nothing now. I realize that the ladder's not going anywhere. It's just myself that I have to get out. It's my mental state.
Yeah, I could accept heights. It's just I don't like
feeling unsafe,
and the potential to fall off, and
the wobbliness,
the pain moment, the wobbliness. I haven't experienced that yet.
Well, yeah,
I don't want to.
On a 14-footer, I was doing some stuff on a 14-footer, and I sneezed, and if you're on a 14-footer and it's an old, if it's an old, it's not nylon. I forgot. It's a not composite. It's
old ladder.
An old ladder, an older ladder. I forgot what it's called. Fiberglass. Old fiberglass ladder. It has a little bit of flex to it. So you sneeze and it goes, and you're just it went achoo! It's just like it's like because like I felt it flex a little bit, and I'm just like I'm gonna break my legs. Like, oh God, it's so bad. Or like I was putting something in a wall, and like I screw it in, and I like go to like check it, and it breaks off, and then you go with it a little bit, and you grab yourself and put yourself back on the ladder, and you're like. And then you realize you have to do it over again, so you have to screw it back in the wall, and then you have to check it. Oh my God. Just, you have to wear safety glasses at work, so like, they're just foggy, because you're so scared. And oh God. But I'm no longer afraid of heights now.
I wish I could.
I've just accepted death.
I'm no longer afraid of heights. I just accepted death. I'm with it, for it.
All I gotta do now... Well, actually, I've conquered most of my fears. I've conquered, I'm no longer afraid of spiders. I am no longer afraid of heights, really. I'm trying to think of anything else. Just put a Craigslist out. I'm dying, come over.
I'm dying, come over. One of my fears is dying alone. Die with me, please. Or at least be there.
That'd be hilarious. Like, Craigslist ad, a guy's just like, I'm dying, come over, hang out.
It's sad, honestly. Hey, I'm slowly dying. Can you come and hang out? I don't want to be alone.
I'll beat you in Smash.
I'm glad you're dying. How dare you win for the 5th time?
You've been wave dashing with fucking Falco for the past hour. You're a cuck. Fuck off.
We just leave.
I have cancer. Please come back.
Please.
You're using Kirby. That's a normie character. You're a loser.
The typical Melee players.
I really want to host my own Melee event. That's like a thing I want to do.
It's
like
fairly easy. All I can do is broadcast on Facebook, promote it a bit, and then people are like, "Oh, I play Melee."
Melee.
Oh, there goes the lights again. It flickered.
Oh, whatever.
That's great. Hopefully the internet doesn't go out.
I really like legit. I want to have like a very highly produced game, but it would have each time would have a theme. I want to have like I want to have a Fight Club themed fucking Melee tournament where everyone's in like wife beaters and like just like in a basement, just crowded around a singular CRT.
I don't know if a lot of Melee players will be on board with wife beaters. They're usually lazy.
I'll buy them. I don't care.
Look, I'll give you $5 to wear the damn thing.
I'd make it so there's a cash prize. So if you want the fucking money, you're gonna put on the shirt. Come on. I back in high school, I tried to start up rule of thumb to anybody who's trying to make anything of themselves and make like an organization, a club, or like anything like a podcast or anything. Mm-hmm. People are fucking lazy. Only you are going to get the thing that you want to get done, finished. Collab with friends, but work by yourself. I tried to start a Pokemon Smash club or a
Pokemon Smash. Smash the Pokemon.
No,
turn them into pulp. Get a prize.
A Pokemon Fight Club where like no one would talk about it, but like it'd be like Fight Club where like no one talks about it in public, but like we're all like recruiting people one by one and bringing them to like just like, oh, you're coming over. Like they don't know what they're getting into until you bring them over, and it's just a bunch of like sweaty guys and wife beaters in a basement all playing like Pokemon, like smoking cigarettes and like flipping out and like cheering and shit, like getting way overhyped for fucking Pokemon. I still kind of want to do that. That sounds like a lot of fun.
It does. Events. I've only been to a couple events, and they're always nice. It's a lot of different people, and they're all.
I was in one Smash tournament. One.
You were one.
And it started off with me being like, I was bottom of the chain. I logged in as BigUglyBoy, and like I'm at the event. I'm trying to meet new people, and one guy's just like, "Hi," I'm whatever, and I'm like, "Hi, I'm BigUglyBoy, ready to go." Like, and he's like, "Yeah." I had one of like the rental controllers that they just had like a box full of them like for newbies.
Yeah.
He's like, what map do you want? I'm like, I don't care. Like, I'm here. I'm in it for the lulz. He's like, okay. He's like, what character are you picking? I pressed random. He's like, oh. He's like, confident, are you? I'm like, no, I'm gonna lose. And he fucking wiped the floor with me for all three of them. But I had a good time, and like, we're just quietly sitting together, and like for the whole time, like everyone else is playing because he beat me so fast. I'm like, do you want to go another round? He's like, no, and I'm like, just for fun.
You want to go another round? No.
He's.
It's like I'm playing against no one.
It was hilarious because he like wave dashed to me and just like pressed a couple buttons and I'm like dead.
God, yeah, I've watched my friend play Melee before, with competitive Melee, and it is baffling how much you can do in that game.
Yeah, I want to get good at it, but I'm not sure about you, but there's things everybody wants to be good at, like such as dancing, singing, rapping.
Yeah.
I have a lot of things I see people do, and I'm like, I want to do that. I'm an okay drummer for a guy that doesn't practice. I'm okay at skating. I want to get better at skating. I have the few big things. I want to do the. Have you ever seen the video of the kid on like Vine or whatever? I think it's Vine, where he has like, I think he's now on Twitter since Vine's dead, but he has like the weird neon sunglasses, and he's like a skateboard kid, and like. He does like the weird emo dance where it's like
doesn't ring anything.
Where like they're like going like and twirling their arms all weird.
I do not.
Do you know that dance?
No, that's like the emo dance.
Yeah, the emo, like the twirling of the hand.
Yeah.
I don't know how to put it, but yeah, that
the rave dance. I think.
Yeah, I want to be really good at that. That's like
you're already pretty good at it.
I know, but I want to be like
the top.
I want to be like I want to be able to just like drop everything and just go like really fast and
scare everyone. What the hell was that? Oh, that's me dancing.
I want to be able to do that and like weird, wacky, like wiggly dances, and also I want to be able to do the Carlton. I just want to be good at more or less meme dances, just because I think it also it people,
brings out character.
Yeah. Also, I want to just all around get better at dancing, because now I'm finally confident enough to dance in public.
I'm not.
I want to start making more music, as well as I want to get back into skating.
I've never gotten into skating. I want to. It seems
it's fun,
enjoyable.
But yeah, I have those on my plate, and I feel those are pretty big orders. And I have to, at this age, I got to be a little bit realistic with what I have, like time wise. So Melee's not even like a choice at this point. Like, nah, I don't got the time on my hands.
I mean, Melee would be very hard to. It takes a couple years to even get the basics of it, I think.
No, it takes a shorter amount of time. If you're like, you have to work at it. Obviously,
yeah.
I think if you know what you're doing, you could get good at something real fast. Like editing. Like when I was editing the podcast originally, I got good at it reasonably fast, and I was, I wouldn't say I was better than people that were like, necessarily doing it longer than me, but I got like a knack for it. I picked it up pretty fast.
I think you've talked the most this episode.
Yeah, I always do.
How dare you?
I got a big mouth.
You got a pretty mouth. And some other third thing that I don't want to think about.
I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow.
And I'll see you in the next one.
I'm sorry, but I'm controversial opinion alert. I don't like Philip DeFranco.
How dare you?
Like, he's a nice guy. I bet he's a real nice, like, he's a good father, good content creator. He just seems really fake to me. And that's nothing on him. It's more or less just like, I'm done with that whole YouTube phase of people being like, I love my fans, and I love you, and you're great, and you're special, and like this video, and buy my merch, and you're the best. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm gonna pack a fat lip. My name is Chad.
Tell me how you really think. I like Philip DeFranco. He's a nice guy. How dare you not like him?
Maybe it's because he's just all he does is talk about things that make me sad.
All he does is talk. Well, that's the world for you. It's always sad. People dying.
Accusations.
Accusations. Murders. Sadness. Depression.
But we got this podcast.
That's all we got going for us.
Yeah, that's all I got. That's all I have.
Alright. Ah!
Jesus. Well, talk about a cold opening. This was a cold end.